We'd like to introduce you to our Entrepedia, an online encyclopedia built to simplify access to the customized policies and procedures and to streamline compliance management with HIPAA, HR, and other federal and state regulations. Healthcare organizations must achieve and maintain compliance with required laws and regulations, such as HIPAA, labor laws, and other federal and state HR regulations. To ensure compliance, you'll usually have a binder with many pages of policies and procedures documentation, sometimes in electronic form, with training materials and sometimes videos and quizzes. These policy binders tend to get out of date with time, ending up incomplete or inaccurate. Also, a staff not properly trained and enabled can introduce risks, especially since they're required to learn, understand, and often remember a lot of content and details. Even with good training, it's hard to memorize and retain all the details and acquired knowledge, or know where to look and find the information when needed. The more time passes after training, the more is forgotten. Having to review the materials again and again can be time-consuming and ineffective. Given all that, we've decided to develop a new type of repository for storing and maintaining policies and procedures to meet all these compliance requirements. The repository is built on top of the same platform as the popular and widely used Wikipedia, which contains an enormous amount of information on a wide variety of topics. In our Entrepedia, it's quick and easy to navigate and search and find the needed details. A user can quickly find a specific piece of information right when the information is needed, like when a patient calls on the phone and makes a request that the staff member is not sure how to handle. With Entrepedia, one typically short web page is created for each unique topic. The content can be easily updated to reflect changes in the laws, regulations, policies, procedures, approaches, or relevant technologies. And users can subscribe to receive notifications about changes for any of the topics or pages they're interested in following. One of the key advantages is that Entrepedia reduces the dependency on memorizing all the details from policies and procedures. Like many other of our capabilities, it doesn't require you to remember an additional password as long as your practice uses Google's G Suite for email services. Members of the EntreSpace network can log in with their primary work email ID to access the content. And note that if your practice doesn't use G Suite by Google for email services, you'll still be able to set up a Google account for your work email ID with a separate password. Now finally about the content. The Entrepedia online encyclopedia includes definitions, decisions, guidance, and recommendations that have been customized and optimized for the members of the EntreSpace network to help them achieve and maintain compliance. The content is defined both on a policy level to describe the overall intent, rationale, principles, and rules, as well as on a procedural level with step-by-step instructions how to implement the defined policies. The policies and procedures generally do not require figuring out what each regulation means. They document explicitly how to meet a specific requirement with a clear, crisp, and concrete set of instructions, intended to be fully executable, meaning prescriptive enough that a person can execute them end-to-end using recommended templates, tools, and utilities. Our training modules are available as a set of short video lectures per topic, as short as 2 to 5 minutes, typically with a quiz per topic, as well as ready-to-use reference materials. With that structure, it's easy to review content on a specific topic when needed. Our training is optimized for specific roles instead of the ineffective one-size-fits-all approach. Therefore, we have specific courses for clinical staff such as doctors, nurses, or hygienists. Different training for receptionists and front desk staff. A different course for the billing department. specific courses for the privacy and security official, and specific courses for the HR department or practice owner. Each course includes only the content directly relevant to the role it targets, with its corresponding set of responsibilities. The reference materials are ready to use and fully executable. They include samples, such as Google Documents with samples of letters that can be used for notifications to the state and federal authorities. Templates, for example, Google spreadsheets that can be used for risk analysis of any security incident. And forms, such as Google Forms for patients, staff, and so on. To summarize, we leverage state-of-the-art approaches and technologies like the same platform as Wikipedia to simplify access to the policies and procedures, as well as to learn how to follow and meet the requirements of the regulations. We offer policies and procedures in a form that's easy to understand and digest, with content organized like a popular online encyclopedia. Instead of long documents, there's a set of short articles, each describing a specific concept or procedure, where each article explicitly links and shows other related articles and content, and where it's easy to find a specific detail in seconds or milliseconds instead of having to look through long documents trying to find a particular paragraph or section. We leverage the same approach for training, much like one of the most effective and popular teaching techniques, that of the renowned Khan Academy, which allows millions of students around the world to develop skills and learn techniques at their own pace, often at a deeper level and in a shorter amount of time with less effort. Offering short video lectures and quizzes allows better reinforcement of the learned concepts along with the reference materials that are ready to use. We offer all this coupled with a tradition level of unlimited remote support on any of the policy and procedure content and recommended practices. Support can be accessed via normal phone and email, as well as through online chat and texting for additional convenience. Yet for those who prefer to work with printed materials, we provide customary hard copies of policy and procedure documentation in binders. Thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this overview. Please contact us at info@entraspace.com if you'd like to find out more information or if you have any questions. And visit us online at www.officeflow.com.